Senator Susan Park.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you everyone for being here. Being here to celebrate the life and legacy of my dearest friend and our leader, Tou Ger Xiong, Governor Tim Walz, Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, Attorney General Keith Ellison, and many of you, we are honored that you can join us today. A special thanks to Senator Tina Smith for the help your office has given us. We have tried our best fighting against time on December 11th in hope for a different outcome. And also, I want to thank my colleague, former State Senator Patricia Torres-Ray, who have given me advice throughout the time and advised me to be effective in coordinating with the Colombian government. I also want to thank Monica, a spouse to our Attorney General, and thank you for the words that you represent the country of Colombia. I also want to name a few folks that are here with me. Senator Hoffman, Representative Champlin, Brooklyn Park, a friend of Tou Ger Xiong. Senator Tou Xiong, thank you for being here. And Senator Susan Park, as I mentioned. I also spoke to my closest friend, and he was going to be here anyway, but I spoke to him last night and encouraged him to come. He's a House member, chair with me in the Legacy, Arts and Culture. So Representative Young Lily, thank you for being here among your representative, and I'm sure the representative will be guided by Representative Her after my remark. And dear friends and relatives and our community, Tou Ger Xiong is watching us with gratitude that each of you are here. We all know that Tou Ger Xiong would have been here or there for you should it be of your own misfortune. Since December 11th, many people had called me to confirm and also to seek comfort over the loss of our beloved Tou Ger Xiong. One of my nephews at the age of 30 called me and said that he became a more mature and proud individual because of this visit Tou Ger had with my family. Another person called me and said she didn't want to disturb me during time of grief, but she has to let me know that her young children, aged 10 and below, were in tears the minute the news on TV reported of Tou Ger's passing. And an elder called me and asked that we give our beloved Tou Ger Xiong an honorable celebration of life. And thank you all who work behind the scene for this beautiful celebration. These are just a few examples of how far-reach Tou Ger was in terms of multicultural and intergenerations. I'm sure all of you receive similar calls from your friends as well. Tou Ger personality, activism, performances touch many lives across the United States and beyond the Hmong community. One would say his mother gave birth to him, but he was God sent. and was our inspiration. He was my dearest friend, a true friend that has been thick and thin with me as long as I know him, for over 30 years. He was an honest leader, the proudest Hmong American of our time. I am honored to be his close friend in shaping the course of our Hmong American experience, both directly and indirectly, as well as giving Minnesotans and the community at large a better understanding of our people. He was the bridge for many of us and the voice that break down barriers for all. We will miss him dearly. As his friend, I had hoped we would enjoy our golden years together. A few decades from now, in a seniors facility somewhere, and for sure, there will not be a dull moment with Tou Ger Xiong. He will be the reason that I or we wake up for, or in some respect, be woken by. And during evening hours, I'm sure we might coalesce to plan our social and civil engagement for the next generation of Hmong and for the next generation of Minnesotan. Yet, my younger brother has gone too soon. His eternal spirit is now in heaven, entertaining gods and angels. Back here, he has given us a wealth of legacy and the courage to continue on fighting for fairness, equality, and justice, and to be proud as a Hmong person and upholding integrity. One may ask, had he fulfilled his vision in life, having gone too soon? The answer is yes. In fact, he surged beyond and was content to see what he had built for Minnesota and the Hmong community. Hmong American would not be where we are today without the selfless dedication of Tou Ger Xiong. And for those who love him, may God bless you. For those who love him less, please just love your children more for the next generation. After this weekend, his body will no longer be in front of us, but his name will live on in Minnesota and in the Hmong community. That in time of hardship, in transition, in time of injustice, in time of lack of cultural awareness, rising forth is a hero by the name of young son, Tou Ger Xiong, which is the meaning of his name, young son, Tou Ger. I will miss Tou Ger Xiong, our younger brother, for his gregarious, exuberant personality, for his energy and synergy at justice rallies, his multi-talent, his work with students, and his love for our people and the state that we live in together. We will cherish his legacy and contribute to society for years to come. With permission from the City of St. Paul and our Mayor, Carter, I propose a marker to be put at Phelan Lake in his honor. It's likely that the unofficial Hmong island at the lake be referred to officially as Tou Ger Xiong Hmong Island, where he sung, played, danced, storytellings, and on the laughter humor side, he would say, "Got rice?" ? That's one of his iconic phrases. While this work is in progress, and his name will be echoed forward, Godspeed, my younger brother, Tou Ntxawg, and go, Hmong boy, go. We'll take care of loose ends for you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today on this celebration of our life. And thank you, Tou Ger Xiong, for being part of us. Tou Ger Xiong, mua dễ mua rong cho bên mông, người cho bên mông mà cả luôn nên dễ ít có chỗ, lấy cơn gạo, nhưng nó hơn khâu lợ, giờ bây giờ ôm bảo lấy cha, là yếu chạy chỉ tàu, nu cứ được lãnh đạo luôn chú, muốn đào yang, bây hạt cho nên, tất nhiên nu nó yếu chỉ là nu cờ, cứ biết thẳng cho nên luôn nên. Giờ chỉ nu nô mong bây giờ chỉ phụ Tou Ger tỉnh chết tỉnh mò là người con vấn đề yếu nhau hậu mong kinh cử hai nhau chỗ lúc sinh người ta nói là kinh cử trong đông đảo xong cho dạng vấn đề bây giờ hạt xuống này sang luôn rồi bây giờ sáng xuống này lúc bình sự cho lưu cho lần sau kiểu nên cho tôi cho kỹ cho dạng toàn đề ai bộ tăng của tôi hà ô loạn kỹ lợi uống tàu thơ một lúc bỏ chữ như thì phải nhận lấy nhớ sang ý sai lòng đầu tiên trở lại Tou Ger luôn bề vì lý do tôi cứ một trang trí cho bé chỉ là sinh viên stan là cho bé mông nó chỉ ôi từ mông帮助bé hai nên帮助sinh viên stan cho lúc chẳng thơ lâu cho chỉ dùng nhớ cho lúc tiếp theo nó ở trong đầu cho số thật tốt ở trong đầu cho mình kế lưu anh chỉ nói đó cũng bán cái resolution lúc này mình chỉ để kế cho Senator Susan Park lúc học biết luôn Senator John Hoffman, you have the resolution? Okay. And I'd like to share the resolution reading with my fellow senators. I will start as a Senate resolution honor the life and activism of Tou Ger Xiong. Whereas Tou Ger Xiong is one of the most altruistic Hmong American leaders of our time due to his activism for social justice and human rights, impacting countless of lives across the United States. Whereas born in Bac Se, Laos in 1950, in October 15, 1973, as the eighth child of Tou Ger Xiong and sawv, Tou Ger family escaped Laotian government persecution for aiding Americans during the Vietnam War by crossing the Mekong River. They started a new life in St. Paul in 1979. Tou Ger Xiong graduated as valedictorian from Humboldt High School in 1992 and received bachelor degrees in political science from Carleton College in 1996.
And whereas with talent and charisma, Tou Ger built his career as a satirist, performer, spoken word artist, motivational speaker, and Hmong storyteller. He gave over 1,600 presentations across the United States in the past 20 years to promote cultural awareness. Some of his well-known performances included Hmong Orphan Boy, the Go Hmong Boy Go rap, and impersonation of many popular iconic figures. He was also featured in the book Mission Possible. And whereas Tou Ger volunteered extensively to help communities and campaign for many prominent elected officials in the state of Minnesota. His community efforts earned him countless recognitions, including the Martin Luther King Social Justice Award, the Minnesota Nonviolence Day Mahatma Gandhi Award, and Bush Leadership Fellow. The annual Hmong Day at the Minnesota State Fair was his creation.
Whereas caring deeply about his people in diaspora, Tou Ger became an iconic figure for Hmong Americans, fighting for social justice, human rights, and equity. The numerous historic campaigns with his leadership include protesting KQRS radios, derogatory messages, the police killing of Fong Lee in Minneapolis, Wisconsin, hunter incidents, the police shooting death of a Hmong farmer, and a hunger strike in Siquijou County, California.
Whereas he had a love for traveling, dancing, singing, comic relief, live concerts, golfing, hiking, fishing, and exploring Minnesota's boundary waters and wilderness canoe area, where he went annually with friends, including our brother, Senator Fong Her. And
whereas through many talents, a big heart, and infectious laughter, Tou Ger was a fearless Hmong American leader who loved his family, impacted countless lives, and was dedicated to making this world a more just and joyous place. And whereas he once said, traveling the world can be exciting, political conventions are fun, social justice rallies are a must, performing in front of 6,000 people in an arena is an adrenaline rush. But by my true happy place is when I don't hear a sound, except maybe a loon in the distance while my fishing line is in the water. Now, whereas Tou Ger is survived by his mother, his 6 brothers, 4 sisters, 13 nieces, 12 nephews, and 3 grandnephews and friends all over the world. He will forever be missed. Now therefore I be resolved by the Senate of the state of Minnesota that it celebrates the life of Tou Ger Xiong and recognizes his many years of activism. And this particular resolution will forever be recorded on this at the Senate. So we love to go ahead and present this to Mom after I speak then, okay? Thank you. Sorry, Dr. Ntxawg, we kind of changed up your schedule. That'll save you an introduction. Tou Ger was a great friend, a brother who had always supported strong women to be stronger, who was never afraid of a strong woman ever. He always loved strong, headstrong women, and that was why he was one of my best friends. Tou Ger's passing is a great loss to our entire community. He was not only an extraordinary comedian who made us laugh until our stomachs hurt, but also an activist who championed social justice and equity. He used his talents to bring all people together to fight for change. He believed that change started with me, with us, and that it was possible. We will never forget his famous phrase, I is Hmong, Hmong is I. Remember that? I can't say it the way he does it though. He always is hilarious how he says it. But that's my favorite phrase. I will never forget how at our Success That Looks Like Me book launch, it's this book that I brought and I'm gonna give to his mom. At our book launch, he got Dr. Yang Dao, Dr. Nyan Long Yang, and Zhong Gai, and Zhong Gai, and a bunch of elders to come and do the Nene dance in front. And the whole room bursted in laughter, not in at them, but in joy of watching. Because that was how Tou Ger was, is he had this ability to get people to do stuff that they would never do, okay? But he got them to do it, and they had the best time of their life doing it. I will always remember that about him. I have a very special book that I brought for Tou Ger's mom, and it is my book, my copy of Success That Looks Like Me. And it's a special edition that has been autographed by all the 25 people featured in this book. It's a very rare book, and it can never be replicated. And I will just share that thank you. And on this page, Tou Ger's stories, he signed, and he said, keep hope alive, is what he signed. So I wanted to give this book to his mom in honor and remembrance of him. And he spoke much about his mother and the love that he had for her. And throughout our friendship, the best honor I ever had was that he shared his whole family with me. His mom, all his sisters, his brothers, his sister-in-law. I just love that, because that was how he was. If you were a good friend, you were part of his family, and he drew you in. Tou Ger's absence is deeply felt and will be mourned by all of us. My deepest condolence to his mother, who I know Tou Ger loved and adored immensely, and to his family, who he always spoke so highly of, and he cherished as his greatest supporters. The reason why Tou Ger is part of this book and why we all remember him so much and love him so much is because of all the reasons that Dr. Tou Ger Xiong beautifully spoke about in his eulogy that she gave. Thank you for that. That was so beautiful. And that was all the reasons why we love him so much. So my last words is, we will miss you.